What is up, guys? Here it is, race number 2, week 2 of season 2, and right here you're seeing the two top trucks from the first race, which was Salvager and Son of a Digger. It was a very close race. Both those trucks were very dominant all race long. However, a lot of people were saying that Son of a Digger should be the winner, but I don't know, Salvager, that was very controversial. Great way to start the season. And right here you guys see the other trucks, the other 30 trucks that are all retuned, ready to go. Firestone Wilderness is back after losing his body. And this track, this is going to be an eventful race. So as you see right here, the two jumps, we got the red monster dirt and the blue monster dirt. And this track is basically going to be all about height. So you can be the fastest truck, but if you have too much hang time on those jumps, you might not be the first truck across the line. So it's going to be a very interesting concept here. In qualifying, a lot of trucks did flip over, did wreck, so it should be very interesting, and there's a lot of big air in this too. So as you see the monster dirt right here, we have one crush car evenly apart. They're going to jump over that. Some trucks might not clear that crush car. It could be interesting. And then the finish line right there, it's going to be whoever gets all four tires past that finish line first. That's going to be the event winner. As you see the first two trucks staged up there and ready to go. I cannot wait for this event. Qualifying, practicing has been very eventful, but before we start, here are the points. Alright guys, so we are going to look at the points right here. The first week was very eventful. It was great racing, to say the least, but here is the first half of the field. So you see Salvager, he got the win last week, number 1. Son of a Digger got second, so 45 points goes to him, and then it's a two-way tie for third. And then you see 35 points here between a couple trucks. And basically, this whole half of the field here, these are guys that just won races. So even if you win one race, you're going to be in the top 16 in points. So the way these points are structured, I think it's going to be a very consistent. You have to be very consistent. And even winning one race, maybe if you win two, that could be huge. Even finishing second. But I think, you know, the more of this should be just consistency. And you see 17 through 32nd, all these guys got 20 points. So you can tell, really need to get a win, get at least 2 or 3 wins. So I think it's going to be a close points battle. It's a little different structure than Season 1. We'll see how it turns out, though. Now, moving on to this track, I can't wait for this. This is going to be a really eventful race. Qualifying and test runs has been very unique, to say the least. And a lot of trucks have been surprising me, so we should see some people on this list from 17th to 32nd. Some of these trucks should be pretty quick. And right here, we're going to show you guys round 1 right here. So here is the bracket. As you see some of the matchups we got going on here, we got Mohawk Warrior facing Bigfoot first. Then we got Full Charge facing the Megalodon Zombie. Then Zombie Fire and Monster Mutt Ice. Thrasher going against El Toro. Stunt Truck, Salvager. That should be a really good battle. Then we have Monster Energy and Octonator. Husky, Fire and Ice going up against Snakebite. Race Ace and Backwards Bob. Both those trucks have not yet won a race. So going down the whole list here, you can tell there's going to be a lot of good racing here. I don't know. We'll see. It's only the second race out of 10, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so our first race today is going to be Bigfoot facing the Mohawk Zombie. This should be a really good matchup. It looks like Team Bigfoot finally got that truck all back up and ready to go. And Mohawk Zombie looks really good. So here it is. Let's kick off the second race for season number 2. And here we go. And it looks like it's going to be a close one. As we go down to the start line camera, and it looks like it might be Bigfoot. Alright guys, so we had one close race so far today. The next race is going to be Full Charge going up against Megalodon Zombie. Full Charge had a great showing last week in week 1. Megalodon Zombie did get eliminated in the first round. So looking for redemption, so let's get going. And it looks like a close race again. But it looks like on the other camera down here, we're going to see who it is. I personally think it's going to be Fully Charged. Another close race. Now we are followed by Zombie Fire taking on Monster Mutt Ice. This should be an interesting matchup. As you see, it is the Fire versus Ice. Both trucks had a really disappointing outing the first time out in race number 1. Definitely looking to redeem it here in race number 2. As they go, it looks like it's going to be another close race, but this does look like it might be the Ice. Ice actually puts out the fire here. Interesting. now we have El Toro, who is not blowing any smoke today because he had a disappointing week 1, going up against Thrasher, who Thrasher had a really solid week, ended up winning a couple races, I believe, maybe just the round 1, but we're going to see what happens here. El Toro looking for some redemption as they're about to go, and there it is. I can't really tell who it is, but it actually did kind of look like El Toro. Maybe he shouldn't blow smoke at the starting line. Alright guys, so last week's winner, Salvager here, going up against Stunt Truck. Salvager had a really terrific week last week, obviously, because he did win the first race, and Stunt Truck made it all the way to round 3. So we all know that truck is very fast. This should be a really excellent round 1 matchup here. So I honestly don't know who the favorite in this one. I don't know. It's really anyone's race, and it really looked like anybody's race. As we see the camera, it looks like it might be Salvager. Close race last race, but Salvager gets the victory over Stunt Truck. Here we go with Monster Energy. This thing looks amazing. I love the way this thing looks. Going up against Octanator. Now, Octanator had a very disappointing run last week. He did get eliminated in the first round, so this should be a good race. I am kind of pulling for that Monster Energy truck just because I love the way that thing looks. It is awesome. So as they go down the ramp, it's a very close race, and it actually does look like maybe Octanator by a hair? By a tire? Ooh. Another close race, but it looks like Monster Energy will be going home this week. Here we go with that beautiful Lee Custom Snakebite truck. That thing looks amazing, who had a disappointing week 1, going up against the Fire Truck Husky. Both these trucks look amazing. I really love that Snakebite truck. That thing looks... wow, that thing looks great. Hopefully he can make it past the first round this week, and yeah, hopefully, because I really want to see that thing succeed. Here they go, and it looks like Snakebite gets on the side. That looked like a crazy ride. As we see the slow motion cam, it does look like Husky is ahead, but look at that, on the side, flipping over, and now the truck is actually, I think it's on fire. We got some smoke down there. Oh man, just 2 weeks in a row, 2 Team Bigfoot trucks on fire. This is pretty, not good. Alright guys, so we were being told that something did break on Snakebite before it did hit the ramp, so major casualty over there. But here we go with Backwards Bob and Race Ace. Now both these trucks did lose in round 1 last week, so we're going to have a first time winner here, but the question is, who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Custom or the Backwards truck? Both these things are pretty fast, they were really solid in qualifying, so I honestly don't know who's going to win. Looked close, looked like a good race. Let's see the slow motion camera, and it looks like Backwards Bob is ahead, but a good run from Race Ace. That truck is really coming along. Backwards Bob gets a major victory in that last race. Bigfoot Flames going up against Earthshaker Zombie. Both these trucks had a horrible week 1. They both lost in the first round. That beautiful custom with Bigfoot Flames, I think is really nice. Going up against a nice Earthshaker. I really like the added touch with the green slime on that truck. This should be a good race. Both these trucks were pretty equal in qualifying, so I'm hoping for a nice close race here. And as they go down the ramp right here, it was pretty close. It was pretty close, but let's see if Team Bigfoot or maybe even Earthshaker. Nope, Team Bigfoot gets the victory here. We got some close racing tonight. Now we got Grandma Gravedigger right here, who had a crazy ride last week and almost flipped the truck, but that truck is brand new. They got everything worked out, hopefully, and he's going up against Freebird. Now Freebird did make it all the way to round 3 last week, a great point stay. However, Gravedigger's back out for blood. That thing looks great. That is one of the heaviest trucks besides the ride trucks, and it's an awesome looking custom. As you see, Gravedigger did get squirrely coming down the ramp. That may have affected him. Let's see here as we look at the finish line cam, and Freebird's going to take it home by a tire. Freebird looks like it's going to be a truck to be reckoned with this week. However, Dragonoid here, looking to make up for last week, he did get eliminated in the first round, which is a bummer. And then Max D had a great outing last week. I believe it did get eliminated in the third round. That truck seems to be pretty competitive. However, Dragonoid, I'm really pulling for this truck. This is one of my favorite trucks on the circuit in real life. Let's see what happens as they head down the ramp here. Both trucks look like they had a really competitive run. It looks like it's going to be down to the wire, but it looks like it's going to be Dragonoid. Wow. And here we go with what should be a close, good race. Jurassic Attack did make it all the way to the semifinals last week. Team Mints, that truck looks really fast. That was the first ever front engine chassis truck in Season 2 and even in this whole league. Both these trucks look pretty competitive, so this should be a really good race. Team Mints, that thing's pretty quick. It was a bummer that did get eliminated pretty early last week in round 2, but here they come and they both look like they had a strong run. But it did look like Jurassic Attack. Yep, Jurassic Attack has a perfect jump, perfect execution. Alright Guys, here it is. Firestone Wilderness right here going up against the Gravedigger Zombie. Firestone Wilderness, this truck really surprised a lot of people, myself included, last week. This thing really blew the top off, if you know what I mean. But Gravedigger Zombie, it got eliminated in the second round last week. Looking for redemption here in race number 2. Firestone looking for another strong run. That truck, I think it's going to be pretty competitive as they go down the ramp, and it looks like a close race. I couldn't really tell who it was. As we see the slow motion cam, it looks like it might be Gravedigger. Wow. Alright, so I feel like if you're counting Team Bigfoot versus Team Gravedigger, Gravedigger's definitely winning the battle right now. But moving on, we got Whoopshead going up against Hotwheels Racing number 1. Whoopshead is actually a really fast truck. It's just had really tough opponents lately. Kind of shocking it was eliminated so quick last week. And Hotwheels Racing number 1, that truck is still new. It's the latest custom, still working out the bugs on it. So maybe it could be competitive. As you saw, it got a little squirrely on the straightaway right there. That's definitely not good. As we look at the finish line cam, and Whoopshead definitely has this race in the bag. Gravedigger Fire and Ice versus Son of a Digger Hunter. This should be a very interesting race. Son of a Digger, this truck seems to be very quick off the line, very good jumping. This thing looks very quick. Maybe, honestly, top 3 of the fastest trucks. The Fire and Ice Gravedigger, this thing's paint job is amazing, but this did knock off Bigfoot last week. However, it did get eliminated in the second round. And it looks like it might get eliminated again, as Son of a Digger, that truck is very fast. As you see, whoa, it's almost a whole truck length ahead before it even got to the jump. That thing is a rocket. And here it is, the final race of round 1. It's none other than the Inverse Stunt Truck going up against the Fire Megalodon. The Inverse Stunt Truck, this had a solid week last week, had a great points day. However, not the same can be said for the Fire Megalodon, so they're going to try to dig out of this hole pretty quick, maybe knock off maybe one of the toughest trucks in the whole series this year. We're in Season 2, and they're going to go right now down the ramp, and you can just see the speed out of the Stunt Truck right there. That was pretty insane. Just like Son of a Digger, that truck's almost a whole truck length ahead. That's quick. Alright guys, so round 2, here we go. I cannot wait for this. Man, it's been a great night of racing so far, and round 2 just looks so much more promising. Yeah, explosions. Alright, so we got Bigfoot full charge, and then we got Monster Ice taking on El Toro, then Salvager and Octanator, and then Husky Fire facing Backwards Bob, then Bigfoot Flames going up against Freebird, Dragonoid going up against Jurassic Attack, Gravedigger Zombie facing Son of a Digger, and Whoopshead taking on the Stunt Truck Inverse. This should be an interesting round. We have a lot of matchups that are very interesting. I cannot wait. Alright guys, welcome to round 2. This is going to be very interesting. As you can tell, the track is holding up very nicely. I really love that blue monster dirt. That looks really good. So the track is holding up very nice. Last week, the track kind of had some issues, but it's okay. We have full charge right here going against Bigfoot. So full charge, no stranger to the second round. This is the first time that Bigfoot is actually in the second round, and the first time the truck is actually not on fire. Besides last week, that was pretty funny. But this should be a good close race. I really honestly don't know who's going to win it. That was pretty close. Let's see, going down to the camera, it looks like full charge had a full head of steam on that one. Alright, so I love seeing that this close racing is continuing. There's no really dominant truck. Every truck looks to be pretty much equal here. And here we are, 2 new trucks that have never made it to the second round before, so I don't know who the favorite could be here. El Toro is very nice to see up here, and Monster Mutt, it's always nice to see one of these trucks as they get ready to take the green flag, and there it is. That looked like the ice truck to me, but I could be wrong. Let's check out the camera down here. Wow, he actually, look at the air the ice truck got. Alright guys, so here it is. We got Octanator, which is a surprise, going up against Salvager. And Salvager has been really fast. This truck has yet to lose. And this should be a good race. I think Octanator is kind of like an underdog right now. Salvager, this thing is really fast. However, there is some controversy with this truck. I don't know. We'll see here as they take the green flag. I'm going to put my money on Salvager. Ooh, good race. This is close. Wow, I don't know who won that. Last race was so far one of the closest races of this round, but here we go with Backwards Bob taking on the Husky Fire Truck. Both these trucks are really nice. I really love Backwards Bob. I think Spin Master did an amazing job with that truck. And the Husky Fire Truck, this thing just looks mean. Man, I'd love to see this thing dominate. You know, the Fire and Ice trucks were so good in Season 1. And here they go. Ooh, that looks like Husky got him in the air, maybe. Let's see here in slow motion. Wow, what a race. And Husky Fire will take the win on that one. Next up is Freebird, the 4th of July exclusive truck, going up against a Bigfoot Custom. I love this Bigfoot Power Wheels design, even though I think it's Charlie Angel's paint scheme, maybe, but I also love Freebird. This should be a very good race. Both these trucks have proven to be pretty quick, so it's really anybody's game right here as the flag's about to drop, and they were just about even down the straightaway. I honestly don't know who took that, as now we look at the camera, Bigfoot is a little ahead. Wow, that is a very close race. I firmly believe that last race might have been the closest race of the night so far. But here we go with two creature trucks. We got Jurassic Attack going against Dragonoid. This is a very odd pairing. I don't think this ever happened in real life yet. So this is pretty unique here, seeing Dragonoid going up against Jurassic Attack. I love both these trucks actually in real life. So this should be a close race. It's nice to see them finally meet. And that looked like a dead even heat. As now as we look at the camera... Wow, that's gotta be because the horn is longer on Jurassic Attack. Really happy to see we got some close racing in round 2. Here we go with two Gravediggers now. I'm pretty sure in round 1, Son of a Digger did knock off the Fire and Ice Gravedigger. Now he's going to go up against the Zombie Gravedigger, so kind of weird right there. But nonetheless, two Gravediggers out of the same camp here. I personally, if I had to pick, I gotta say Son of a Digger. Because that truck is just so quick, and you guys saw it right there at the end of the loop there, as you're going to see here in the video. He is just, that truck is so quick. And here we go, guys, the last race for round 2. We got Wolf's Head going up against the Inverse Stunt Truck. This should be a pretty close matchup, but I'm going to have to put my money on Stunt Truck. That truck just has the weight advantage. As you see, Wolf's Head, it's a pretty fast truck, but I don't know, just... the luck it's had going up against basically some of the best and faster trucks, or fast trucks. I don't know, let's see what happens when they take the green. That was actually a pretty close race. I don't know. Let's see here on the camera. Wow, Stunt Truck got him by a tire. Alright guys, here is the bracket for round 3. As you saw the races in round 2, they were very competitive, very close. Round 3 is going to be really, really quick. Kind of like this. You gotta love the special effects. But here we go with Full Chase going against Monster Ice, Octanator going against Husky Fire, Bigfoot Blue Flames, Bigfoot Flames going up against Jurassic Attack, and Son of a Digger going against the Stunt Truck Inverse. These trucks are very fast. Some were kind of a surprise. It should be interesting to see who's going to advance into the semifinals. Welcome to round number 3, and I gotta say, the track crews are doing a great job here. The ramps are holding up, the dirt is holding up, the lanes are not having any issues as we had last week, and everything just looks very close, very competitive. Both trucks right here, Monster Ice and Fully Charged, they have been very quick, very fast. Monster Ice has been getting major air in both lanes. That truck looks very competitive tonight. Full Charge, again, another solid points day for him. We're gonna see if maybe he can move into the semifinals, but that Ice truck, that thing has been running really, really strong. So this should be an interesting race as they go down the ramps, and it is an interesting race. It was very close. Going down to the camera here, we are going to see, and it looks like, yes, it is going to be the Ice truck by a Fender. Next up, we have Octanator facing the Husky Fire. Now, in the last round, Octanator did have a very close race with Salvager. It was a photo finish, but going over some tape, it was appearing that Octanator did pull out the victory on Salvager, so definitely an upset there. That was a very close race. I think that might have been the closest race of the night. So, Octanator now in round 3 for the first time going up against Husky Fire as they head down the track. We're going to see who takes it. It looked like the fire truck from that angle, but let's check the slow motion cam. It looks like it's going to be, yes, the fire truck. And here is Jurassic Attack again with another solid points day, and Bigfoot Flames having a better week than he had last week. Last week it was a total meltdown of the whole Bigfoot team, literally. And Jurassic Attack, that truck really surprised a lot of people. That thing seems very quick, very fast. We're going to see if we can knock off Bigfoot right here. Bigfoot's out for redemption here. It's the only Team Bigfoot truck left. So let's see if we can bring it home as they head down the track. A nice, solid, close race again as we're going to look at the slow motion replay. And let's see. Wow, that is close, but it looks like Bigfoot by a hair. And for the final race in round number 3, we have Son of a Digger going up against the Inverse Stunt Truck. Son of a Digger did lose in the finals last week. That truck appears to be very fast. Stunt Truck, that truck has the weight advantage. Both these trucks are very competitive and very fast, so this is a very, very interesting race. I think it's going to be really close. Who's going to advance into the semifinals as they head down the ramp? Ooh, that was very close, but let's take a look here. Looking at the camera again. Here they come into frame. Look at that, even, just about even, but it looks like the Stunt Truck appears to be in the lead through the air. And welcome to the semifinals, guys. We're going to kick things off with a Fire vs. Ice, and we also have another exclusive truck in the semifinals, that being the Stunt Truck, Inverse Stunt Truck, and another custom from Team Bigfoot. So, once again, Team Bigfoot makes it all the way to the semifinals. Last week, they made it with the Firestone Wilderness truck. Last week, both trucks, both Fire and Ice trucks, Monster Mutt Husky and Monster Mutt, both these trucks did get eliminated in the first race last week, so they desperately need a win here at least. And Stunt Truck, that truck has been pretty consistent. However, that does have the weight advantage. But here we go with Husky Fire going up against the Monster Mutt Ice. This should be a very competitive matchup. Both these trucks have been running very well tonight. I think the Ice Truck Monster Mutt, that one has been getting the highest air. That one just looks, I don't know, it just slices through the air like a hot knife, I guess, because that thing has been really quick. Husky's been fast too, but I'd like to see this. This is technically the first Fire and Ice race in the season this year. So let's see, as it's a close race. I could not tell who got that. Let's see, going down to the camera here, it looks like the Ice is going to pull out the victory. And who is going to face Monster Mutt Ice in the final? As you saw, Husky got a lot of air on that last run, but the Stunt Truck going up against the Team Bigfoot truck. Very interesting here. The Stunt Truck is in the left lane, Bigfoot is in the right lane. Both these trucks need a good point state. Well, more Bigfoot than Stunt Truck. Stunt Truck did make it pretty far last week, so let's see if he can pull out a victory here, make it to the finals, or can Team Bigfoot actually make it into the finals for the first time? Let's see what's going to happen. This should be an exciting race. As they line up, they get ready to head down the ramp. Very even down the ramp. As we look at the camera here, it looks like it's going to be... Wow, Stunt Truck. Very close. Alright guys, so here it is. Here is your final for race number 2 of Season 2. It's none other than the Monster Mutt Ice Truck going up against the exclusive Inverse Stunt Truck. This should be a very close race. Both these trucks need a good point stay. Both trying to get their first win. I like this because it's 2 new trucks in the final. We do not have a back-to-back winner yet this season, even though this was the first opportunity for that. But the Stunt Truck has been very solid tonight. Monster Mutt Ice has had a strong, consistent run. The times have been basically even. That truck looks very competitive. Don't know what happened last week to him, but both trucks here, as you see the stats, where they are in points, what they need to do. I don't know, this is really anyone's game here. So the Stunt Truck, it's going to be in the right lane. The Monster Mutt Ice Truck is going to be in the left lane, which that lane seems to be a little better. That truck seems to get a lot of air off that blue jump, off that blue ramp. So, I don't know. It could be anyone's game. I honestly don't know. I'm going to put my money... I don't know, I like that Stunt Truck's weight, but anything can happen. As they line up, they get ready to go, they head down the ramp, and it looked like from that view to be the Ice Truck. As we look at the slow motion camera, big air. Whoa, and he got more air than the Stunt Truck. Alright, and your race 2 winner is none other than the Monster Mutt Ice Truck. That thing was a solid competitor tonight. Had flawless runs, big air. That thing was very quick. Not too sure what happened to the Stunt Truck. It seems like it did not get enough air over the last jump, and that was the crucial factor. But there is your Season 2 Race 2 winner, Monster Mutt Ice. It is the first Ice or Fire truck to win the event, and that is pretty cool. So I will see you guys next week with race number 3, and right after we go up the ramp here, we're going to show you guys the points and have an update of the standings. So I will see you guys next week.